And the predictions are, well, pretty staggering. Some say 50 to 100 billion AI agents operating worldwide by the end of this year.
Yeah, 50 to 100 billion. And these aren't just, your standard chatbots we're used to.
No, not at all. Think of AI that can actually proactively make decisions and take actions independently.
It sounds like a fundamental change coming like right around the corner. And maybe a lot of people aren't quite grasping the potential impact yet.
I think that's fair. The scale is one thing, but it's also the nature of the shift. It's moving towards AI being much more autonomous, a proactive force, really.
Exactly. Which brings us to today's deep dive. We've been digging into materials about a project called Agentic Spark. The ticker is CSPRK.
And it's not just, another crypto project popping up out of nowhere.
No, the sources we looked at position it quite specifically. It's aimed at helping businesses, especially those already using AI, make that jump into Web3.
Sort of a guided pathway.
Yeah, like a bridge for traditional companies wanting to get into the crypto space properly.
You can see the connection, right? You've got AI booming and Web3 emerging with new ways to, structure economies, build communities through tokens.
But there's a gap.
A big one. How do you securely and effectively connect those two worlds? That's the challenge.
And that really seems to be Agentic Spark's whole mission. The materials describe it as a launchpad, providing tools, building a community, offering support.
All to help legitimate AI projects become actual Web3 brands.
Right. And the big promise, the thing they keep mentioning, is offering a safe way to scale into Web3 for businesses and investors.
Which is crucial given the risks people worry about in crypto. Scams, token dumps, that kind of thing.
Definitely. So we're going to dive into how they plan to do that, looking at their tokenomics, the economics of the Spark token, and their whole strategy for linking Web2 businesses to Web3, especially with AI in the mix.
It really raises questions about trust, doesn't it? And long-term value. The sources seem to stress embedding security into the system, not just relying on promises.
Okay, so let's get down to basics first. This agentic economy. What exactly is an AI agent in this context? It's more than just a chatbot, you said.
Precisely. The key thing is proactivity. They don't just respond to prompts. They're designed to take independent actions, make decisions to reach certain goals.
So it's AI as an actor, not just a tool.
Within set limits, yes. A shift from reactive to autonomous.
Okay, that makes sense. And the sources had some really compelling examples for businesses, like AI managing cash flow automatically.
Yeah, imagine that. Or predicting operational problems before they happen, updating huge databases without anyone touching them.
Chasing signatures on documents, processing orders start to finish, all by itself. It sounds like massive automation potential.
Absolutely. Streamlining operations, freeing up people for, more creative, strategic work. Huge potential.
There's always a but.
Well, the challenge highlighted is that most businesses just aren't set up for this yet. They lack the infrastructure, maybe the understanding, to really integrate these advanced agents.
And that's the gap Agentic Spark wants to fill.
Seems like it. Their mission, based on these materials, is to be that launchpad, guiding businesses, AI creators into Web3 the right way, structured, secure.
Not just, here's a token, good luck.
Right. They talk about comprehensive support. Tools, community building, actual launch assistance to establish these as proper Web3 brands.
They had that quote, didn't they? Something like, Spark is about we're a secure launch pad for AI and Web3 projects with real utility.
Wrapped in exciting crypto energy.
Yeah.
And we help legitimate AI ideas take off in the crypto space safely and with maximum hype.
That safely part really stands out. And real utility, too.
Suggests they're aiming for substance over just speculation, which is, a big deal in the Web3 world.
Okay, let's talk about the mechanics. The sources really emphasize Agentic Spark's tokenomics, especially their security model, locking up a huge chunk of the Spark supply. Why is that so important?
It directly tackles those trust issues, the long-term stability concerns. The details say 70%, 70 of the total supply is locked in platform vaults.
Platform vaults, like digital safes.
Essentially, yeah. Smart contracts holding the tokens securely for a set time. Even the team apparently can't access them easily. And then another 20% is locked in their social layer platform.
Wow, so that's 90% locked up. That's enormous. What's the benefit for, say, an investor or someone building on this?
The main thing is drastically reducing the risk of a rug pull, where the creators or early big holders just dump all their tokens, crashing the price.
Leaving everyone else holding the bag.
Exactly. By locking up so much, they make it incredibly hard, maybe impossible, for anyone, including themselves, to just crash the market like that. It's designed to build investor confidence.
So it's like coded protection. They actually say that, don't they? Our launch model puts protection in the code, not in promises.
That's a strong statement. And it seems the plan is for this secure model to be the standard for all projects launching on their platform.
A kind of quality control for tokenomics.
That seems to be the goal, building a reputation for security right across their ecosystem, attracting good projects and careful investors.
Okay, now this social layer. You mentioned 20% of tokens are locked there. The sources talk about a partnership, a significant partner launching this platform. What's the idea behind that? Sounds like marketing.
It definitely has a strong marketing angle. In
Right.
Web3, community and hype are, well, often make or break. This social layer platform sounds like it's designed to build a really active, coordinated group of supporters.
Marketing engine, basically.
Pretty much. The sources don't give all the technical specs, but the idea is a strong, unified community around Spark and its projects.
They even called it a hype army. So it's not passive, it's active strategic promotion.
Hmm.
Online, social media, etc.
That's the impression. The idea is a legitimate AI project launches with them, and boom, they instantly tap into this motivated community.
A built-in audience from day one.
Like having your marketing infrastructure ready to go, it tackles two big hurdles: trust through security and visibility through this active community layer.
Okay, let's shift to this Web 2 and Web 3 bridge idea. You mentioned it earlier. The sources see a big opportunity here, especially with AI becoming more common in regular Web 2 businesses.
Yeah, and just to clarify, Web3, we generally mean decentralization, blockchain, tokenization, user ownership, that next phase of the internet.
Right, so you've got loads of established Web 2 companies using AI.
But they often don't have the know-how, the internal expertise to really jump into Web3 effectively. How do you tokenize? How do you build those crypto communities?
And on the flip side,
You've got the crypto world where people are increasingly looking for projects with real tech, real utility, not just meme coins. There's a definite disconnect.
a gap waiting to be filled.
And Agentic Spark is basically saying we are that bridge, handling the token stuff, designing secure economic models for these businesses, providing the marketing muscle to reach the Web3 audience.
And their goal, according to the sources, is to be the go-to platform for AI startups, even bigger Web 2 firms, moving into Web 3.
Around 2025 is the time frame mentioned.
That's the big ambition, yeah. To be the main facilitator for AI meeting Web 3 in the business world.
Okay, but here's the crucial question I think a lot of people will have. How do these businesses actually make money from their AI in Web3? It can't just be about having a token, right? What's the monetization look like?
Right, and this is where Web 3 offers some different approaches compared to Web 2. The sources contrast the old model where maybe big companies own and sell user data with a Web 3 way.
Which is more about?
More about distributing value, sharing it between the business, the users, the token holders. It's a different economic philosophy.
So less about subscriptions or ads, maybe. What are some concrete examples of how an AI tool could earn revenue in this tokenized way? Well, the sources give a couple. Imagine an AI customer service bot. Instead of just a flat monthly fee, maybe it charges a tiny bit per interaction.
Okay.
And a slice of that fee automatically goes to the people holding the tool's token as a reward.
Interesting. So usage directly benefits token holders. What's another example?
An AI analytics platform. Maybe you get premium features, deeper insights. If you stake their token, basically lock it up to support the network.
Ah, so staking unlocks value. It really does sound like a different model, aligning incentives much more closely between the users and the platform and the investors.
Exactly. It opens up new revenue possibilities tied to actual use, engagement, ecosystem participation, not just those traditional models.
Now, the sources did mention another project in this AI Web3 space, Virtuals Protocol. How does Agentic Spark say they're different?
Yeah, that's an important point they make. The sources suggest Virtuals protocol is more focused on things like AI-generated meme coins, maybe tokenized digital characters or avatars.
So kind of the more collectible or meme-focused side of AI in Web3.
Seems that way. It shows interest in AI meeting crypto, for sure. But Agentic Spark is explicitly going for a different angle.
Targeting actual business use cases.
Wow.
Companies with products and services.
Precisely. They have that quote. Where Virtuals is creating digital characters, we're helping actual companies with real products and services enter Web3. The focus is clearly on tangible utility, helping existing businesses.
So they see projects like Virtuals as maybe early signs of interest, but Agentic Spark is aiming for, like, mainstream business adoption and real-world application.
That's definitely how they're positioning themselves. The platform for businesses using AI to get into Web3 seriously.
Okay, looking ahead then. What's the big picture, the long-term vision for Agentic Spark according to these materials?
It goes beyond just launching tokens one by one. The vision is really about building a whole ecosystem, connecting AI innovations with these crypto communities so they kind of feed off each other, create more value together.
They talked about a 5-year goal.
Yeah, to be the top choice for any AI company, from a small startup to a big corporation looking to get into Web3, that's pretty ambitious.
Definitely. And what about that huge chunk of locked tokens, the 70%? Any long-term plans mentioned for that?
The sources suggest it's earmarked for long-term community and ecosystem benefit, though the exact mechanisms aren't fully detailed yet. It's part of that long-term strategic view. Plus, aspirations to get Spark listed on major exchanges, making it more accessible.
Right. So throughout this whole discussion, some key themes, or maybe hype points as they called it, keep coming up from the sources. Let's quickly recap those.
Sure, that 70% locked, virtually unruggable point is definitely hammered home. Big focus on security.
Yeah, you can't miss that one. And simplifying the Web 2 to Web 3 jump for businesses, like we handled the complicated stuff.
Absolutely. And the social layer thing, that built-in marketing engine, the Hype Army, is presented as a major advantage.
Right. They also really push the real utility, real businesses, real revenue potential angle, setting themselves apart from pure meme coins.
And connecting that to the need for solid tokenomics for any kind of sustainable growth, not just short-term buzz.
They even ask the listener directly, don't they? Something like, the agentic economy is going to be huge. Are you positioned for it? Makes you think.
It does. And it reinforces their aim to be the main on-ramp for businesses moving into that economy via Web3.
And that contrasts with projects like Virtual's Protocol, again, focusing on business applications, not just digital collectibles. Plus, that un-ruggable by design line about the smart contracts keeps popping up.
Yeah, it all feeds into this narrative of being proactive, building the platform businesses will need for AI and Web3 by 2025, positioning themselves ahead of the curve.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What are the main takeaways from this deep dive into Agentic Spark and this coming agentic economy?
Well, I think the big things are, one, this agentic economy filled with billions of proactive AIs is coming fast. Two, traditional businesses face real hurdles adapting.
And Agentic Spark is trying to be the solution.
They're positioning themselves that way, yes. A secure bridge from Web 2 to Web 3, especially for AI-driven companies. Their tokenomics, with that massive 70 plus 20% lockup, is key to their security pitch.
And the marketing side.
That social layer partnership aims to give projects instant community and marketing support. So it's this combination: security, utility focus, and built-in marketing, all designed to create a viable ecosystem for AI in Web3.
It definitely sounds like they're aiming for something more lasting than just a quick crypto play. Okay, so a final thought maybe for you, the listener. As these AI agents get more common, more capable, how do you see that changing different industries? And maybe what kinds of AI tools do you think could really benefit most from this Web3 approach, tokenization, community ownership? Definitely something interesting to watch unfold as this agentic